All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to another Cultural Awareness podcast, man. This is your host, Big Steph. And that being said, today we have some new and some old for you, man. By new, I mean it's a new podcast episode, but old is an old story that most people can relate to, right? Especially when you are in a relationship. Man, before I get this started, man, what did you guys think about that Will Smith action about slapping Chris Rock, man? I wasn't for it. I was not for it, man, because I love comedy at heart, right? I mean, could you imagine, like, if what the world would be like if we didn't have comedian out here cracking jokes, man? Comedian are the only people that can take a miserable situation and turn it into something that everybody can laugh about. Of course, you know, we will always have some few exceptions here and there with people not liking a joke. But hey, if it's funny, it's funny. You laugh, man. So I didn't think that the joke was bad. Like, I thought it was a regular joke, man. So I didn't see anything about it. But man. You gotta give it up to Chris Rock, bro. You definitely have to give it up to Chris Rock. Standing right there, getting slapped, look at it with a straight face, take it like a man. Not even rubbing his chin to be like, ooh, this hurt. Like, no, none of that. Just look at it, smile, and turn it again into a joke. Very professional, man. I know yours truly would never have accepted that. Man, you slapping me? Oh, man. Oh, forget it's the Oscar, man. We going down. Like, one of you or me, somebody back is gonna be down, man. Like, I will not play that game. So I'm really impressed with his composure and how he was able to maintain it. But to me, I just think like a joke is a joke, man. Like, when and the funny thing is, Will actually laugh at the joke as well. It was funny, man, until you turn back and look at your wife's face and she gave you a side eye and you decide, no, like, come on, man. If it's a good joke, it's funny. You know, like couples always, like, I guess, poke each other from time to time. Like, man, let it slide. It's a joke. Or if you are really mad about the joke, what you should have done is maybe pull Chris aside and be like, hey, this is a sensitive subject for me and my wife because she been going through hell, man. Like, please, you know, don't do that again because, you know, and I believe in my heart that Chris Rock will have apologized if he sees that it's sensitive to your wife because maybe she has been going through, and Chris is not aware. It's not like Chris is aware of what is going on in your life. He got his own stuff to do. So when a comedian cracked joke and it was spotless, right? He saw it on the spot and then he did it. He didn't think of like any harm of it. And he started the statement by saying, hey, Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane, can't wait to the G.I. Jane 2. Can't wait to see it. You know, so he first started by giving her a compliment, like, hey, I love you, like, but meaning no offense. You know what I mean? So I didn't see the joke being that bad, you know, and especially for someone to go like Will did, slap him and turn his back and walk like nothing happened, like, no. Like, that means you are 100% sure that he won't do nothing. Nah, man. I can't even imagine that, man. I cannot even imagine that. No, man. So it's going down. It's definitely going down. So shout out to Chris. And, man, I hope he's okay. And that dude for sure has a chin. He can take it like a man. And, hey, man, shout out to you for your professionalism and doing what you do, man. That being said, let's come back to us, Cultural Awareness Podcast, man. Cultural Awareness Podcast, I have something good today. So let's go straight into the story of the day, man. Story of the day. So, this story is coming out of Cameroon, yours truly country. And this guy is writing because he doesn't know what to do and he's needing some advice, right? Obviously, like you guys know, when I bring it here, it's because some elders already gave their advice, and now I bring it here to see what the world thinks, because I live in America in a society that has its own culture and things like that. So I try to not educate because I'm not a teacher, but I try to make it known, like, hey, there are cultural differences everywhere you will go around the world, right? Even within the United States, like the culture of Amish people is not necessarily the same as I don't know, like the rest of America or like the people of Utah, you know what I mean? So they all have their own culture and things like that. So that being said, here's the culture, the story of the day. So this man is writing and he say, "Hey, I need some advice." Okay, what do you need? He said, "Well, I have a good job that is paying me well, but I have been able to save my money all the way to 3 million safer, which is about $5,000 here, and he wants to open a business with it." He said, and I said, "So what is the problem?" He said, "Well, I've been with my fiance, now my fiance, my girlfriend for 5 years. We have a child together, and she wants me to use the money instead for wedding and go and marry her." And he said he really don't want to do that because he figured like since he already have something that is paying well, he wants to open another business because he has been studying that business so well to where he feel that he need that fund to start a second source of income, right? So he wants to be able to have two sources of income, and that will allow them in the future to have wealth, to have generational wealth. But his wife feels that he has to choose either her or his business. And so he's asking like what is the advice he should get, like what should he do in order for him to move forward, because he definitely don't want to lose his fiance, and he definitely know that this opportunity that is coming to him is like a once in a lifetime type thing. He wants to use all that fund to start the business, and he will have two sources of income so he can eventually branch out on his own and be his own boss. And like them that said, it's not good to always call someone boss, because then what are you teaching your children? He thinks that it's good for you to have your own business so that you can pass it on to your like people, your descendant, right? Like you can create what we call generational wealth. And this man obviously believe in that, and he wants to be able to branch out on his own, but his wife or his fiance is not letting that happen because she said that they have to get married first. She wants to be his wife, she wants to carry the last name. And the man is asking what should he do. So first of all, before I get it started, what do you guys think of it, right? What do you guys think of him saying that? Or what do you guys think of the story of the day? Because it will be interesting to see what guys have to say and what women have to say. In my opinion, my opinion doesn't really matter to some people, but to me it does matter. So in my opinion, actually, let's talk about what the ancestor says. When I say ancestor, it's like in African culture, when you have the elders, people that are like 60s and above, we consider them like wise people, right? They have lived life, and they have had enough experience to where they have the right to be able to give advice to us younger generation, right? So let's start with one of them first. He said, "My son, if your girlfriend or your fiance ever, not just to you but to anyone else out there," this is not me, this is what he said. He said, "If your fiance ever asks you to choose between your business or her, always choose your business, because there are many women out there. Opportunity comes once in a lifetime, like Eminem said. You cannot choose a fiance, and then when you guys spend all that money to the wedding, you get at home, you guys are both broke, and you live a miserable life. You should choose your business first. Get that other source of income. After that, you marry your wife, because your wife took a dictatorship position. She did not say, how can I help? She did not say, let's build it together. She said, I want to be married. Yeah, if she wants to be married, she can go ahead and find another man that will marry her. But you have to build that wealth so that one day, not only her, but also the kids can benefit from it. Don't ever let a woman choose between your job not your job, your business, because job is different. Between your business and her, it's like asking you like to choose, I don't know, between your mother and your wife or something like there's no choice to be made. If she wants to be part of you and part of your family, what she should be asking is, my husband has saved up for us to start a business. She can also be able to provide her help and assistance by saying, okay, since you want to open a business, it will benefit us both. Where can I help? Where can I step in? Like, because we know that behind every single successful man, there's always a high-driven woman out there. Steve Harvey talked about how he used to wear those big-ass pants that look like, I don't know, pandas or whatever. And then his wife said, like, with this look, you will never go nowhere. Let me change you, tap your look a little bit. He said he was reluctant at the beginning, but because of his wife, he wanted to make her happy. He listened, and now look at him. He's on all these TV shows. Like, your wife is supposed to be a partner, not someone that is going to be out here is either me or this. You know what I mean? Like, no, like, she ain't that special, right? The world is full of women. The world has a lot of women, and you can always find another one that will match with your personality, that will be driven like you, and everything like that. So don't let this woman push you into making a decision that you will regret for the rest of your life. And also, let's say that there's 100% chance that you will fail at this business. It probably might happen, but guess what? There's also 100% chance that you will regret it for the rest of your life. Why? Because you will always wonder of the what if. What if I have followed my idea? What if? That is why as men, most of the time you have to be accountable for your action. If you take a decision and you feel from your heart that is something you want to do, roll with it. Because at worst case scenario, yeah, you fail, but guess what? There's a lot of lessons you learn along the way that might even push you to have a different business. Like, I know him, now this is me speaking. This is no longer the elder speaking, right? So I know a man that started a business. The business fell, but actually, you know what? Screw it. Let's talk about Elon Musk for a second. Because Elon Musk, when he started the Tesla, he said he thought it would fail. But then he ended up succeeding. Let's talk about, again, the same Elon Musk when he started PayPal. PayPal now is known for like method of payment, you know, like credit card, but that wasn't what it was meant to be at the beginning. But it's because he fell as other part, but most companies were interested in what PayPal is today. So he went in that direction and he still got paid. I believe it was close to 180 million, something like that at the time. And he still started other company, you know. So don't let, like, just because an idea, follow it through, because through that idea you might discover something along the way that might be even a better version of your idea, or better than what you originally thought. That is why a lot of people, you know, like, if you have an idea, go through with it. That I'm also saying it to myself. So if you have an idea, go through with it. Now let's come back to the story of the day. I don't think personally this woman is right. I understand the fact that you want to be his wife. I understand that. But, and she said, and let's say a woman come up with the argument of, what if he succeed and he goes and live with another, and be with another woman? And I always ask, like, what also if he succeed and you are his queen? It's a 50-50 chance, because just because you also marry into money doesn't mean that you will have that money. People have prenup in place and you don't get none of it. So what then? So like she does not understand that right now, because they are young. You are like, she's in her 20 and he's in his early 30s. So this is the time to build wealth, because you are young right now. You have muscle right now. You have energy to answer phone call. You have energy to do 2 jobs. And, you know, who knows? Maybe he start the job and within a year or two, he start the new his own business. Within a year or two, the business take off so bad that he's like, oh man, now we have enough money, let's go get married, and things like that. And the kids will go in private school and all that. That is what it's all about. Like, come on, don't ask a man to choose between you or his business. Like, no, like that is not. Once he's already wealthy, I will understand. But you guys are early. It's early. You guys are in the early stage. So focus on building wealth together. So one day you will be able to have story to tell. Like, oh man, me and my husband, we really struggle to be where we are right now. Look at where we are. It wasn't easy. It was a lot of late night sleep, or it was a day where we didn't sleep at all. Those are the good story to tell. Those are what we call definition of success. You know what I mean? So to this man, I will ask him to tell his wife, to tell his fiancée that he love her, but for right now, they need to start a business together. She can be part of the business. She can help him get it going. And once everything is in place, then they can get married. It might be a year from now. It might be 2 years from now. But don't force a man to have to choose. Because when you already say, oh, you have to choose between me or your business, that, like, no, like the man, he's young. A lot of people also, will choose their business at this stage, because this is it's not at 50 or 60 that he will go and start that business. No, right now it's even better because he's young. You also are young. You can get in a business, be the CEO, because we know that women are more strict than men, right? So by being the CEO, you can be stricter. You can, I mean, I don't even know if stricter is a word, but hey, you can be strict and you guys can all succeed together. That is my advice to this. I mean, I wouldn't say youngster, because I'm also in the same age category. So it's like, yeah, man. So please go ahead, man. Focus on building that generational wealth, because one day, it will carry your last name. One day, even that woman that is crying today, if she's still around, she will carry the last name. The kid will carry the last name. That is what it's all about. Follow through by keeping and doing that business, especially that you say you know everything about it and you want to branch out on your own. Do it, my brother, because life, later on, if you don't do it now, you will regret it a lot. That being said, that was yours truly, Big Steph, man. And please feel free to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Big Steph 77 on IG. That's me. On YouTube and on different podcasts, like whether Spotify, Google, Amazon, iTunes or Apple Podcasts. I'm everywhere, man. Everywhere you turn your back, I'll be there. That being said, God bless. Peace.